welcome to the Daily Dunc Shot, brought to you by Ray Brandt Infinity. I'm Jeff Duncan, columnist for the Times-Picayune. Time once again for my fearless football forecast. Sticking my neck on the line in the college and football schedule. Let's dive right into it. I was 3-3 last week, so I'm getting closer to getting in the black. It's been a slow start to the season for me. Very confident this week, though. Lots of games that I really liked on the schedule. Not a lot of big marquee games in either the NFL or college schedule, but I do like some games as far as picking them. So let's dive into the college action. Tulane has to go up. Tough assignment for the Green Wave. Up to New Brunswick, New Jersey to play Rutgers, a big physical team in their first year in the Big Ten. They play very much like a Big Ten team. They're well suited for that transition. I think they're going to wear down Tulane's defense. They're going to run the ball behind that big offensive line. Rutgers is one drive away from being 4-0 right now. They lost 13-10 to Penn State, a game they controlled most of the way. And I don't think they're going to have much trouble with Tulane. Curtis Johnson's team looks like they're in for a transition year in their first year in the American Athletic Conference. Give me Rutgers minus the 12. Difficult assignment going on the road, back-to-back weeks for the Green Wave. Down in Baton Rouge, not much intrigue in this one. LSU gets a cupcake, a breather in the schedule after losing last week to Mississippi State. New Mexico State really cannot match up with LSU in any way. The only intrigue in this game should be the quarterback situation. What Les Miles does there. It sounds like he's going to start Anthony Jennings, but we're going to see Brandon Harris early and often, and I expect LSU to get back on the right track here. They can name the score. They're 43-point favorites. I think they cover that. I'll be surprised if New Mexico State even scores in this one. LSU gets back on track, and then they get into the meat of their schedule next week when they go to Auburn and to Florida. That's going to really be the make-or-break part of this LSU season. Okay, my upset special in college football. Like I said, not a lot of games, not a lot of marquee games this week. The one game that stood out to me, a little obscure Big Ten battle up in Bloomington. I like the Maryland Terrapins. They're 4-point underdogs at Indiana. Indiana's doing some good things under Kevin Wilson. They upset Missouri last week. Kevin Wilson's an up-and-comer on the college football coaching scene. I like what he's doing there, but that's not the most difficult place to play in the world. And I think Indiana's going to have a little bit of a letdown after that big win last week. And I think Maryland can sneak in there and win the game straight up in Bloomington. So give me the Maryland Terrapins. Okay, on to the NFL schedule. Over in Dallas, the New Orleans Saints will be playing at AT&T Stadium. That's where I'll be flying over on Sunday morning. And this is a battle of conflicting trends. The New Orleans Saints, we all know, struggle on the road. They're 2-8 in their last 10 games in the regular season on the road. They really struggle against everybody they play on the road. But the one team they've had a lot of success with on the road over the years has been the Dallas Cowboys. The Saints have won 4 straight games dating back to 1991, either in Texas Stadium or in Cowboys Stadium. So they've done well in Dallas. Drew Brees is 3-0 over there in Dallas in his tenure here in New Orleans. And for whatever reason, the Saints just seem to play well. Sean Payton certainly knows their personnel well. I know Rob Ryan, the defensive coordinator, knows Dallas's personnel well. But Dallas is 2-1. They're excited over there. They've really got things going on offense. Their offensive line's playing very well. They run the ball well. This will not be easy, especially if Dallas gets off to a good start. But I do think the Saints can have a lot of success offensively against Dallas's defense. I think Dallas has kind of done it with mirrors so far. They certainly haven't played anybody the caliber of Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. I think the Saints cover the 3-point spread and really get back to 500 and start playing closer to what we expected them to be like when everybody was picking them to be a Super Bowl contender. And if you are a betting person, that 54-point total, go over. I think we're going to see a lot of touchdowns on Sunday night in Dallas. Okay, my upset special in the NFL is going to be the Minnesota Vikings, a team Saints fans were pulling against last week. We need to pull for them this week if you're pulling for the New Orleans Saints, because they play the dreaded Atlanta Falcons in Minnesota. And I was impressed with what Mike Zimmer's team did in New Orleans last week. They played very well defensively after that slow start, and we get to see the debut of the Teddy Bridgewater era. Hey, a Louisville graduate here, blatant homerism, I get it, but I really was impressed with Bridgewater's calmness under pressure. He didn't have a lot to work with there on the perimeter, and I thought he made some plays, and I think Minnesota can pull off the upset. They're 3.5-point underdogs against Atlanta. If Atlanta does win the game, I think they win on a field goal, so give me the Vikings. And a bonus pick for you, give me the Houston Texans -3 at home against the Buffalo Bills. I think Houston gets back on track. They're my sleeper team in the AFC. I know they lost last week, but I think they get back on track and win that game straight up and lay the 3 points against the Buffalo Bills. Okay, that's it for this weekend's Friday Fearless Football Forecast. I'll be back again Monday right here at NOLA.com. Everybody, have a great weekend.